Alright, so the new M5 iPad Pro has arrived. Let's unbox it together, and also let me share with you 6 of my favorite free apps. A lot of these have incredible AI features that are really using the M5 chip, and I'm sure you're gonna love these apps as well. So let's start with the unboxing, and then I'll show you 6 of my favorite new AI apps. After unboxing, obviously we need to go more in depth in the iPad Pro with M5. So let me show you first that this is the iPad Pro with M5. In settings, you can see this iPad Pro 13-inch with M5, and I'd like to show you 6 apps that are actually really using the power of M5. Some incredible apps I use myself and that have some insane AI capabilities. All these applications are for free. We go through them one by one pretty quickly so you get an idea of all these apps and what you can actually do with them. So let's start with the first one called Draw Things, which is this one. This is actually an insanely powerful AI app. It allows you to create your own images using any open source AI model. Let me show you, for example, which models there are available. If we go into settings, you can see here the app really looks complex, but we're not going to make it that difficult. You can just prompt anything, any image, painting of a cyborg, a mecha woman with long straight hair, and you're going to see that these images are really beautiful and well made. Boom, there it is. You can save these to your iPad. You can even adjust the dimensions. If you go to the model, we now use Flux 1. From my experience, that's one of the best ones. But yeah, you can see all these official models. Stable Diffusion 1 from Wanda. QN is there. I've seen Ghibli ones. There are also community models, so people from the community can share their own models. I saw a D&D one. Yeah, the possibilities are endless, and this app is so extremely powerful, and the images you can make are really good. Really keep it simple and just have your prompt here. You can change this prompt to whatever you want. You can run the models locally on your device. Keep in mind that that takes up a lot of storage, but you can also just get them from the cloud, which we're doing right now. Let's, for example, do another one. I really love the pre-prompt things. So one girl, aqua eyes, baseball cap, blonde hair. Let's see what Flux is going to generate this time. And remember, you can just change this, but as you can see, it's just so extremely versatile, and I think artists will love this for their work. That's Draw Things using the power of M5 on iPad. It's just also incredible that you can run this locally on your iPad so you can use it offline. And the second application is called Craft. Craft is an app we use every single day at AppleDsign. It's our way to structure, organize, and do anything basically inside of AppleDsign. As you can see, there are some incredible updates in September. One of these being the new liquid glass update. Offline and secure AI, just want to talk about that really quickly because that's the feature I'm really most excited about when it comes to Craft and the new iPad Pro with M5 task tags collection. Basically, Craft is Notes on steroids or Notes 2.0. We use this every single day at AppleDsign. We love it because it syncs really well and works really well inside the Apple ecosystem. It runs on our Macs, our iPhones, and obviously our iPad. You can create any project, any to-do list. Like the possibilities are endless. You can have your tasks in here. You can have your projects with all different kinds of documents. And yeah, just for the sake of this video, let's quickly make a small document and show you what's possible with the new AI models inside of Craft. Let's call this test. There we go. And then in here you can type anything you want. You can link different documents and folders. And what's really cool is just the way that Craft works and looks. One of my favorite new features inside of Craft is the new AI assistants that work both offline and online. So as you can see, there's a pretty big selection of different models that you can use inside the AI assistant. You have, for example, Apple's own foundation model, but you can also use ChatGPT 4.0. Probably ChatGPT 5 will join this list soon. And it's just great for any ideation, anything, any projects or things you you quickly want to have inside of Craft, so you don't need to go outside of Craft. So let's say, for example, we want to write a script on the new iPhone 17 models. Let's ask Craft to do that. So there we have it. Write me a new YouTube script on the new iPhone 17. And now let's look at that. Inside of Craft, you have the model just running locally, and you can immediately insert it just like that. Boom. Craft is so versatile. We use this every single day for our projects, but now also with the new update, you have AI models integrated both online and offline. The possibilities are absolutely endless. Let's head over to our third application with regards to photography, and that's called Snapseed. What makes this so powerful is the fact that you can selectively edit parts of your image. So if you make adjustments to brightness, contrast, or saturation in general, in most of the apps, it's going to make that adjustment overall. But let's say I want to make certain adjustments only to the sky or to the grass or anything else. Snapseed allows you to do that. For example, we need to click on the selected one and we hit the sky here. So we want to change the brightness of the sky and make it darker so that it's more matching the rest of the image. You can see you can do that. And you can also, for example, select other parts of the image. So let's say this tree here is, in my opinion, too bright. Also, let's drop the brightness a little bit there so it's not going to catch too much attention. As you can see, drop that a little bit. But what's also really cool is that inside of Snapseed, we can select different colors. So if we go to tools, go to color in there, we have the possibility to select any color. So let's, for example, select the grass. As you can see, all the grass was selected, and we can now bump up the saturation or the hue. Let's bump up the saturation, and you can really see that green from the grass just popping out of this image. So Snapseed's really most powerful tool is the fact that you can make selective adjustments. That's one of my favorite photo editing apps on iPad. There are a bunch of filters that you can add as well if you're interested in that. For me, not really a filter guy, but I know many of people are fans of filters. That is Snapseed. Next up is a local send. This is actually an app that brings AirDrop to the next level. It allows you to AirDrop any image not only to another iPhone or iPad or Mac even, but also to an Android device. Well, unfortunately, I don't have another Android device, but let me quickly show you how to send another image using local send. So you just need to go to local send, and then lovely lemon is my name. Let's refresh that, and normally I should come up there. Important that both devices are on the same Wi-Fi network. And there you go. You can see after a little while it found my iPhone lovely lemon, and we can just AirDrop or local send this image, accept it. It's going to send it over to my iPhone just like that. Hit done, and I should have received it inside of my Photos app. There you go. Pretty useful if you work on other platforms, for example Windows and Android. Local send can really help you speed up your sharing process. Talking about AI models running locally, this app is called Locally AI, and it's actually a chatbot that you can use run locally, and it has Apple's foundation model, but also other models like QN, Gemma from Google. There are plenty of other models that you can use, even DeepSeek. So if you don't want to use open source, or if you don't want to use the public cloud models like ChatGPT or Perplexity, you can use Locally AI, and it's pretty straightforward. And just like ChatGPT, you can ask it for anything. For example, plan me a trip to Amsterdam, just like that, and it's going to use Apple's own foundation model to plan this trip for you. Just how you use ChatGPT or Perplexity. It's running locally on your iPad, so no need for an internet connection. So yeah, some people really prefer that, and it's just great that this option is available on your iPad right now. Lastly, run to relax a little bit. For people who really like to draw and do artsy stuff, that is called Lake, and it's actually a very relaxed coloring application which uses the full potential of the Apple Pencil. It's just so fun to play around with this if you just want to draw things, and the feedback and sounds that you're getting are really nice. So you can already hear it, the skin color. Just listen to that. can get the spray. Can't believe this app is free. Obviously, if you want to get more drawings, you need to buy the plus version. And just the funny thing is just the sound effects. You just have the feeling that you're drawing on a real piece of paper. So yeah, that's a lake, and these are the 6 apps for free that I really recommend you to check out on your new iPad or old iPad. I mean, right now the M5 iPad Pro is the best iPad Apple has ever made. Drop your favorite app in the comments below. Is there maybe another AI app or a really useful app that I've missed? Share it with the community, share it with me, and thanks for being here, and see you in the next one. Peace.